No TARDIS, no Sonic, just the Doctor's wits to try and save the day. In situations like this, you might need more than one Doctor. Maybe a second reviewer wouldn't go amiss as well. What the Hey, Commander Fennec here, and the TARDIS malfunctions, sending the Doctor and Donna to the furthest reaches of the universe for a pretty spooky, well-paced mystery. It's really just the Doctor and Donna on their own in a really long ship for about 50 minutes. That might sound like it could have been pretty dull, but we were on the edge of our seats throughout, with Tennant and Tate acting their socks off.
I always like it when the Doctor has to rely on his own ingenuity to save the day, as the TARDIS and his Sonic are too often an easy plot resolution contrivance.
Agreed. After a disappointing first special, I wasn't sure what to expect with this one, but let me assure you, this was a genuine return to form, with a good sci-fi story, well-paced, full of tension, humor, and even horror.
Well, only as much as a family show can handle.
Really? Because I felt like hiding behind the sofa for a large chunk of the runtime.
Which at its core has always been what Doctor Who is all about. I gotta tell you, sometimes I had vibes of Event Horizon. Now, I know the horror couldn't get that extreme, but the feeling of unease, especially when things started to go wrong but you're not sure exactly what's going on, was very much on point.
The special effects were a little off though, didn't you think?
You mean this was just two people acting in front of a green screen with everything being digitized around them? Yeah, that was very obvious. Almost as obvious as Spy Kids 3. But it didn't really matter. The acting, writing, and directing was such, it was easy to forgive and just go with it, as the mystery was enticing enough to get you to keep going.
I really liked the moment the Doctor was unable not to think about stuff, because the ship was just one giant mystery and he just had to find an explanation for it all, even if he knew this would hinder his current situation.
14 is really just an older 10, isn't he? I loved the moment when the Doctor was confiding in Donna about what happened during the flux, and his strong need and desire to connect with someone he trusts implicitly.
Yeah, about that. Wasn't the destruction of the universe by the flux undone by the end of that saga?
It was actually never made clear. The flux storyline was a convoluted mess.
Bloody Chibnall.
Dan thought she fixed it though, and said so in Eve of the Daleks. Maybe the Doctor lied to him.
Wouldn't be the first time.
And the connection to the Timeless Child is sure going to annoy many who hope that would get retconned. Whittaker's Doctor is part of canon, whether we like it or not. One of my favorite moments was the beginning of the episode where they bump into Isaac Newton, and they make one tiny change to the timeline, which then affects the show going forward.
That was so well done, and added a bit of humor during the super tense situations, although, are they going to keep it like that going forward? This might get old super fast.
I was hoping this would get fixed, but, well, time will tell, I guess. But that's the thing. Good though this story was, it wasn't perfect. Like, why cast an Indian actor to play Isaac Newton, unless it's to, again, needlessly piss off some of the audience?
He could have been Indian?
Sure, he could have. Just like he could have been a Slovene.
Don't be silly. Isaac was way too thin to be a Slovene.
Guess that means we can look forward to Martin Luther King being played by a Japanese woman in a future episode.
How come this absolutely giant ship only had one crew member?
Everything was fully automated? While we're at it, why was the corpse found floating in space just a skeleton, rather than being perfectly preserved by the frigid, lifeless vacuum of space? Maybe the Vashta Narada lurk in the area.
Hey! Who turned out the lights?
How come the Doctor was so sure that corpse in a spacesuit was female, when he didn't even know what pronoun to use for the meep?
You got me there. And the ending. Now, I know they were setting up for the last special, but it felt super artificial. Like, if the world's going to hell in a handbasket, why was it all calm and peaceful during that lovely reunion until they finished chatting? I bet Davis did that so as not to detract from that lovely reunion. Anyway, despite all these nitpicks, this show was highly enjoyable and the tension stayed with you throughout, which is damned impressive since this was just a two-hander.
Even if some of their hands were too big.
I'm awarding Wild Blue Yonder 3 paws. But tell me, what did you think of this episode? Share your thoughts in the comments. Live long, and may the Force be with you.